This is the MANSCAPED Lawnmower 4.0 and this is the Meridian Grooming Trimmer Plus. And in this video I want to compare the MANSCAPED Lawnmower 4.0 with the new Meridian Grooming Trimmer called the Trimmer Plus. Because when it comes to both of these brands, they really are the biggest two rivals when it comes to below the belt trimmers. And the first time I compared both of these brands is over 2 years ago, where I compared the Lawnmower 2.0 with the normal Meridian Grooming Trimmer. And then a year later I compared the Lawnmower 4.0 with the normal Meridian Grooming Trimmer. And now in this video I want to compare the Lawnmower 4.0 with the new Meridian Grooming Trimmer. And I'm super excited to make this video. And when it comes to this video, I'll only focus on the trimmers themselves. All of the branding and all of the additional stuff doesn't really matter in my opinion, because the most important thing when it comes to both of these brands is the below the belt trimmer, and that's gonna be the main focus. And with that said, let's get started. So the first thing I want to have a look at is the sizing, and if you look on the screen you can clearly see that the MANSCAPED Lawnmower 4.0 is a lot smaller than the Meridian Grooming Trimmer Plus. Both of these trimmers are waterproof, have a wireless charging system and 600 mAh Li-ion rechargeable battery, and when it comes to both of these trimmers they come with a charging dock. However, if you compare the Lawnmower 4.0 with the Trimmer Plus by Meridian, you see that when it comes to the Trimmer Plus, you can also use a USB-C cable to charge it, while when it comes to the MANSCAPED Lawnmower 4.0, you don't have this feature. So you're basically dependent on using the charging dock. Both trimmers also have a 4000K LED spotlight. So far we've mainly talked about the commonalities between both of these trimmers. The only difference that we have observed is that when it comes to the Trimmer Plus, it has a different size than when it comes to Lawnmower 4.0. And when it comes to the way you charge these two devices, if you use the Trimmer Plus, you also have a USB-C cable feature, while when it comes to the Lawnmower 4.0, you don't have this feature. And when it comes to both of these trimmers, there's two things that the Lawnmower 4.0 does better than the Meridian Grooming Trimmer. So when it comes to the RPM, the Lawnmower 4.0 has an RPM of 7,000, while when it comes to the Meridian Grooming Trimmer, it has an RPM of 6,000. But is this a huge difference? Well, in my opinion, while using both of these trimmers, you barely see the difference. As a matter of fact, when it comes to a lot of the customers of the Lawnmower 4.0, they've had complaints that they've cut themselves, and this might be due to the 7,000 RPM, because this might be a little bit too powerful for the ceramic blades to handle. But when it comes to the Trimmer Plus, it has an RPM of 6,000, and this seems to be the optimum level. Another feature that the Lawnmower 4.0 has is the travel lock feature. So if I press this trimmer 3 times, 1, 2, 3, there we go. Now it has inserted the travel lock feature, so if I turn it on, it won't turn on. So if I press it 3 times again, so 1, 2, 3, let go, and now I can use the trimmer again. So those are the two features that the MANSCAPED Lawnmower 4.0 has over the Meridian Grooming Trimmer. So it has a 7,000 RPM motor, while when it comes to the Meridian Grooming Trimmer, it has a 6,000 RPM motor. And another thing is the travel lock feature, something that the Meridian Grooming Trimmer doesn't provide. But is this the full story? Well, in my opinion, it is far from the full story. Because if you go to the manscaped.com website, it says 4th generation lawnmower trimmer. It shows that they've got skin safe replaceable ceramic blades. But when it comes to these skin safe ceramic blades, a lot of individuals have had complaints when it comes to them cutting themselves, even though they're using a below the belt trimmer. While when it comes to the normal Meridian Grooming Trimmer, they've never had this issue, let alone with the upgraded version. On the website, it also says that the Lawnmower 4.0 has adjustable guard sizes 3, 6, 10 and 13 millimeters. While when it comes to the Trimmer Plus, it provides 0 millimeter, 2.5, 5, 7.5 and 10 millimeters. And when it comes to the device itself, it is very convenient to readjust it. All you have to do is to press on the side over here, slightly move it up, and now you're gonna use the 2.5 millimeters. And I've already experimented in my previous video whether this plastic layer on top will disrupt your trimming experience. And even though you have this plastic layer on top, if you have it on the 0 millimeter option, it doesn't disrupt it at all. Obviously, if you put it to 2.5 millimeters, you leave 2.5 millimeters strand of hair. But when it comes to the 0 millimeter one, if you leave it on the 0 millimeter one, you still get that perfect close trim. But if you are someone that wants to get rid of this whole layer, it's very easy. All you have to do is to lift it up, and there we go. And this is how the trimmer looks like without it. In my opinion, it still looks very sleek. And now I want to do a sound test, so let me turn this one on. There we go. And now it's time for the Meridian Trimmer Plus. And there we go. So when it comes to both of these trimmers, you can definitely hear that when it comes to the Meridian Trimmer Plus, it just sounds more powerful. Even though when it comes to this trimmer, it has an RPM of 7,000. In my experience while using this trimmer, it really didn't make a significant difference in my opinion. Another huge important feature is that when you look at the ceramic blades, the Meridian Plus almost has twice the size relative to the MANSCAPED Lawnmower 4.0. And obviously, if you want to be someone that wants to have a quick trim, wants to cover more surface area, a bigger trimmer makes it a lot easier. While when it comes to the Lawnmower 4.0, it will take a lot longer to cover the same area. So far when it comes to both of these trimmers, the only upside that the MANSCAPED Lawnmower 4.0 provides is the travel lock feature and a 7,000 RPM motor. But even with a 7,000 RPM motor, when it comes to both brands, Manscaped definitely has had more customer complaints of individuals cutting themselves with this device. But when it comes to the Meridian Grooming brand, a lot of customers have been more satisfied when it comes to the trimmer. And another very important thing when it comes to both of these trimmers is obviously the pricing of the products. And on the manscaped.com website, it says that if you want to slightly get the Lawnmower 4.0, a trimmer for growing and body grooming, it is £95. While when it comes to the Trimmer Plus, it is only £78. So the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 is £19 more than the Trimmer Plus, and in my opinion, it definitely isn't worth that. And on top of that, the Trimmer Plus also provides 3 different colors. So it provides Onyx, Ocean, and Sage. While when it comes to the Manscaped trimmer, they only provide it in the color black. It also literally has all of the features that the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 provides. And when it comes to the sizing of these two products, the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 is a lot smaller than the Meridian Trimmer Plus, and thus when it comes to this trimmer, it will cover a lot of bigger area a lot easier relative to the Manscaped 4.0. If you compare it to the normal Meridian Grooming trimmer, I understand that you might want to go for the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 because this one has a travel lock feature, it has a LED light, and it also has this charging dock, something that the normal trimmer doesn't provide. But when it comes to the new trimmer, the new Meridian Grooming Plus trimmer, it pretty much has all of the other features that the Lawnmower 4.0 provides. It is a lot better in terms of your trimming experience, and it's £19 cheaper. So compared to the last video where it was very close comparing the Lawnmower 4.0 with the normal Meridian Grooming trimmer, in this video, in my opinion, it isn't close at all. Because when it comes to the Trimmer Plus, it has all of the additional features that the Lawnmower 4.0 had that made this trimmer stand out. And on top of that, it has a new ergonomic design, something that makes it a lot easier to use this device to give you the best trimming experience. And to top it all off, it is £19 cheaper than the Lawnmower 4.0, and thus in my opinion it just simply doesn't make sense to go for the Lawnmower 4.0 over the Meridian Grooming trimmer. The only reason you might want to go for the Lawnmower 4.0 is for the travel lock feature, or maybe because you simply like the branding. But other than that, in my opinion, when it comes to the Meridian Grooming Trimmer Plus, it definitely wins this battle. I'll have both brands linked down below, and I'll try to hook you guys up with a discount code if both of the brands are willing to provide them. And that's pretty much the end of this video. If you found it useful and informative, or if you have any sort of questions, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, please consider to the subscribe button and leave a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate your time, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.